What's going on, guys? Car Review Guys here. My name is AJ and we are back with the 2025 Acura TLX Type S. Not the full review link down below. If you want all the details, that's for you. This is just 5 things to love, 5 things to improve. We do it every week, every single press car, over 21,000 subscribers. So thank each and every one of you. We are going to go ahead and start with the short cinematic, usually around a minute long or less. And then we're going to jump right on into the list. So without further ado, let's roll. Number 1 on the list is here in the rear for the improvements. If we hit that button there, you will see it pops up. Basically, it's like spring loaded. However, I would love to see an optional power trunk. There are many scenarios it is nice to have. Let's say you're getting a pickup order or something and you don't want someone touching your paint or messing up your paint. They just simply press a button and down it goes. That's just one scenario, many others, but that would definitely be a nice little option. Yes, it would add just a little bit of weight, but it's nothing crazy. And again, there are some people that would definitely want that, especially with how nice this vehicle is. Number 2 on the list, you can see that this is the Urban Gray. It's, in my opinion, kind of like a Nardo Gray, which looks really good. This is definitely the color that I would pick. The improvement comes in with getting this exterior paint code. You cannot get the orchard interior, which is basically like a white or cream color, if you will, which I think would look killer with this gray and then like a white interior. Not an option. You can only get that, I believe, honestly, with the blue. There might be one other combination as well, but why not just unlock it to where you can get it with any paint code, and especially this one. It would look so good in that color. Red looks good. The white, aka the orchard, looks even better in my opinion. Number 3 on the list is, you can see it is a manual telescopic steering wheel. It would be an optional power steering wheel. Again, definitely optional, because yes, it does add just a little bit of weight. And I don't want it to affect the price, because maybe not everyone wants that. But again, what's just how nice it is and how many features it has, and with it being Acura, I would love to see an optional power steering wheel. Number 4 on the list is here on the interior. If we step in very quickly, and you've got this nice screen here. However, it is not a touch screen. You have to use the touch pad, and that would be nice for that to be a touch screen. Not necessarily standard, again, maybe optional. But if it was standard, I think that would be okay as well, because it really shouldn't affect the base price of the vehicle, I wouldn't think. So that would definitely be nice. And even if they allow it only in park, that would be nice to have. Number 5 on the list, you can see there is the sunroof there. However, it is not a panoramic roof. And I would love to see that as optional. Once again, because I don't want to affect everyone's price tag on the vehicle, but there's definitely people that would want this optioned. And just to be able to have it come back, even to like in here, just so that way the rear seats get some of that. That would be super nice as an option. Moving on to the 5 things to love. Number 1 on the list is just how good this thing looks. Like, to me, there's not a bad angle on this car. Like, just looking at the front of the vehicle, also side of the vehicle, it looks great. And then coming around to the rear, has such a presence with the quad tips. and they're so big. Like that's my hand, and it almost would fit in there. So it's just all the way around, great looking vehicle. Number 2 on the list is the lane centering. You do not have to have your cruise control set, and it will still stay center of the lane as long as you press the button to have it on, which is similar to Kia, Hyundai, Genesis, and that is really nice. Is it something that is a deal breaker in any car? I certainly don't think so, but it's so nice that this has that feature as well, because there's not many others out there that do. So had to make the list as its own feature. However, number 3 kind of goes with number 2, and that's how many features are on this car. Heated seats, cooled seats, you have an optional heated steering wheel, fully digital instrument cluster, you have your heads up display, like I said, lane centering, dual zone climate, wireless charger. We could keep going on and on. There's a lot of good features and tech in this TLX Type S. Number 4 on the list is how well-rounded it is. It looks aggressive. It can feel aggressive going in Sport Plus, but you can also drop it into comfort, and it really generally is comfortable. Like the way that they're able to tune those suspension so drastically between modes, honestly, very impressive. Number 5 on the list is the fact that it reminds me of my 2017 Acura NSX. And just to touch on some of the things, like just looking at the seats. Now my particular NSX, the one that I have now, does not have this two-tone. It is just a solid black interior. However, my first NSX that I had very similar kind of looking seats to these. And then also, if you look at the gear selector, that's like straight out of my NSX. Like that looks exactly the same. Wouldn't surprise me if inside of Acura, that's literally the identical same part number. They keep it in a warehouse and it goes in almost all the Acuras. And the only reason I say that is because I'm a supply chain guy in automotive. Well, I used to be. And I helped launch the C8 Corvette for GM, and then I worked at Lucid for a while. So you guys don't probably realize how many parts are kind of cross-used between cars, but where I'm getting at is the whole feel of the interior feels way more updated than my NSX, but you still feel at home. It still feels like a top pinnacle flagship car for the brand. And I really, really like that about this TLX. So had to give it and pay it some compliments as far as that goes. Once again, not in the full review. Full review, link down below. So if you want all the details, that's for you. Questions, comments, feel free to comment down below. Happy to respond. I try to respond to every single person. And as always, I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.